Hi family, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Today we are going to do a bathroom tour as a part of the Minimalist House Tour series. If you guys like this video, hit thumbs up, make sure you let me know and comment below. I am loving all your comments, so before we get started, I want to answer some of your questions. But if you're just here for the tour of my bathrooms, click the link in the description. I'll do a fast forward link down there. So getting on to your questions, thank you guys so much. I've received all your requests as far as fermenting veggies and sweet southern tea. The sweet southern tea is really super simple. I just get Lipton because it's the best tasting one, but really you're looking for an Earl Grey without bergamot. And I like the Earl Grey tea because it has that southern tea flavor. And basically all I do is I steep the tea for only 1 minute, and then I add 1 tablespoon of sweetener per 1 to 2 cups of tea. So if you like it really sweet, it's gonna be per cup. It's a lot of sweetener. Or if you like it mildly sweet, per 2 cups. And I really enjoy the coconut sugar or coconut nectar, but you can use whatever sweetener you like. So one of the questions are, where did I get the cute bowls with the lids? And some of you guys answered, it was Costco. Love those bowls, they work really great, and I love how you can put a lid on them and reuse them. It just makes it really nice. One of the other comments that we got that I thought posed a really good topic or idea was from Raw Law Girl, where she said we can try to reduce the items that we buy that have plastic and non-biodegradable items, more specifically like the protein powders and the supplements. And Raw Law Girl was vegan for 40 years and never had to supplement, including pregnancy, which I think is so awesome. And she would rather spend money on high quality local products than on supplements. And I think that is amazing. Applaud to you, Raw Girl, because 40 years of being vegan, some of us here are still trying to figure it out. And what I have to say to this is a lot of those supplements, which I'm more than happy to do a video on if you guys are interested in, are supplements that I actually do use and need. Some of them were one-time buys, like we had food poisoning. I bought some charcoal for myself. The girls had 107, 108 fever at one time, which I thought I never want to be without a fever reducer, which is why the Tylenol was in there. And there are other things that I know based on blood testing and following my own body that I know I have to supplement, such as iron and B12 and calcium, as well as the probiotics do a lot of good for my body. So it's really cool, I think, to have an awareness and an ideal perspective on a direction to go. But as a personal trainer and have studied nutrition, I also know that every body is different. And some of us, like myself, come in with adrenal fatigue, which some of those pills were there for adrenal support, and as well as herbal cleanses that need to get fixed, and that can be fixed in supplementation or other routes. Some people like cleansing, some people can do it with just food, other people do it with hormone therapy. I'm not saying any way is right or wrong. I just always recommend that you get tested so that you know what's going into your body and how your body responds either positively or negatively. Everybody's idea of perfection or what's ideal for them is gonna work differently, and you're gonna find a different path, and sometimes you might make it in this direction or the other, but ideally, the idea of minimalism and living consciously minimalism throughout our food and our diet is to find what adds value to yourself so that you can be more conscious and hopefully add more value to the rest of the world. So I appreciate that a lot, Raw Girl, and we try our best to be as conscious as possible when we reuse bottles and glasses, and we do try to minimize all that waste as much as possible, but we're not perfect. Nobody's gonna be perfect, and if you're getting started, I just wanna let you guys know, don't aim for perfection. Just aim to educate yourself and be as conscious as possible and move forward in that direction. So the next one is the cleaners under my sink. What are in them? What do I use them for? If you guys reference back to the things I no longer buy video, I believe it's part 2 where I talk about the cleaners, how I make them and what I use them for. There's only a couple cleaners. It's like my upholstery carpet cleaner and then my glass and surface cleaner. So check out those videos, Dawn, for the answer to that question. Another question is about vlogs. We're not doing vlogs so much, and I really apologize. I wish we could. I just want to let you guys know that per 5-minute vlog, it can take me anywhere from 5 to like 8 hours to edit and put it together. So it's really hard to find time to put them together, and I really appreciate the group of you guys that love them, and I love putting them together. I love watching them. It's a lot of fun for me, but I try really hard to get them to you, and I know I'm kind of delayed on one, but I do have one coming up. Crystal Rose is asking about emergency and preparedness without going overboard. I'm only starting this idea of emergency or like food storage, and I don't want to go overboard either, which is why I tend to just overbuy food rather than buying for the next 2 weeks. I try to buy a month out, especially for dry items like canned soups or like the cereals that we can just sort of keep and stick in the corner and eat once in a while. But I do have an emergency box. If you guys are interested in it, let me know in the comments below. I'll show you my whole like emergency prepared kit. It's nothing huge or elaborate, but it is something that I do think about, especially out here because we're in lowlands and anything like Katrina or a flood can happen. And in Hawaii, it was like out in the middle of an island, or out in the middle of the ocean on an island. So I do think about those things in mind. You guys did ask about where I get the napkins or the cloths that we use. And basically I just get the terry cloths for like mopping and cleaning napkins that replace the paper towels. But as far as napkins that we use for personal, like handkerchiefs or wiping our face, like when we're eating at the table, I just like using the baby wipes. The little napkin handkerchief things are basically a very fine microfiber cloth that we had as baby wipes when we were cloth diapering the kids. They work amazing. And if it weirds you out that they were cloth diapers at one point, all you need to do is sterilize them by boiling them for a little bit, and then they're completely clean. And for those of you guys that don't have cloth diapers, you can use old t-shirts, anything that you might be giving away or that's just worn down and torn down. Brett's really good at cutting those into little pieces and using those for napkins and handkerchiefs as well. So that's it for questions. You guys had a lot of really good questions, so keep them coming in the comments below. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do this bathroom tour. So I'm gonna start you guys in the guest bathroom. We actually try to use just one bathroom instead of two, even though there are 4 of us, and it just makes it easier to clean. Plus, I've staged this bathroom specifically for work. If I have any work photography or videography that I need to do with bathroom items, I use this one. So it's a pretty small bathroom, and coming in, I've just got my curtain, my rugs. This is a scale that I bought to weigh our boxes when we moved, and I just kept it. It was nice and cute and small. And we don't do the paper towels. So what I've done is rolled up, these are the same terry cloth towels that I use for my floor or my counters, but I just kept the clean ones and I rolled them up, and we try to reuse them, but when they get dirty, we stick them in this basket. Now in here, I have sprays for the guests. These are essential oil sprays. I just mix them with some water and essential oil in case people want to make the bathroom smell better. These guys are pretty much empty. I think I stuck some Q-tips, yep, just in case anybody stays the night here, and then extra towels. Down below, I've added a hair blow dryer thing. This is a steam cleaner, which I use for any of my cloth backdrops for work. And we got some extra toilet paper. The shower in here is empty, although I should probably stick a bar of soap there if company comes. Now moving along into our main bathroom. They're not the biggest bathrooms, but we can start in the shower, which I have this amazing, I don't even know what it's called. I think it's made of polyester, like recycled plastic, but I use this to scrub. It's a great exfoliant. I love it on my face and on my back, and it's super long so it can reach the hard places. And then we have here shampoo and conditioner. I don't do no poo, the kids do, and if they do feel like they need to wash, they just use this. This is what we all use for body wash, but I don't use no poo anymore. Just because I do so much commercial work, it's easier to have my hair be flexible and light, and that's just the way it is right now. So I'm using Desert Essence currently, but it changes all the time. So that's about it for the shower. Now over here, we actually have a bidet. And I'm not ready to share that with you guys yet because we're currently experimenting with the idea of reducing toilet paper usage. So if you see that video, why we don't use toilet paper, you'll know that we've found a system that we like and has worked for us for some time, but we're not quite there yet. So moving to the countertop area of the bathroom, this is what we use for hand soap. We just leave it open like this, and a towel. We have water floss, which is the best way to really deep clean your teeth. If you have any deep crevices or hard to reach areas, I highly recommend having a water floss. And this is just some firefly lights in a mason jar that I use as a nice little nightlight for the kids. In the medicine cabinet, I have just some essential oil fragrance. My, this is, what's it called? Foundation that I use when I work. Brett and I have our razors. I got my arnica, and then it's always really nice having some saline spray, especially if you're traveling or if the kids have like stuffy runny noses. Now I've tried this Primal Paste, which works really well preventatively, but if you're already sweating and you stink, then I really recommend some form of liquid salt crystal with some essential oil. This is the coconut oil that I like to just put in these bottles. If you guys live in a colder area, you're gonna need to use fractionated coconut oil. Got some tweezers, got little pencil shavings, and my Invisalign. Now in this drawer, we have our electric toothbrushes, which we highly recommend. The kids still practice using hand toothbrushes. Right now, this is what we're using as tooth cleaner. It's Oral Wellness. We've talked about this years ago, but we really love them. It's an essential oil blend. And for toothpaste, we've got some, I think this is charcoal. I don't even have the, it's really cool, but it's just so messy and black because it's charcoal toothpaste. Got some tongue scrapers and MI paste back here, as well as some picks and mirrors, which we rarely use. Down in this bottom cabinet, I've got my tampons and little pads for my monthly cycle. I was originally using the Diva cup, which is a menstruation cup, but it didn't work out well for me because I still had to use a pad or a lining anyway. So if you guys have any thoughts about that, I would love to know more because I would love the menstrual cup idea. This bag has our nail clippers, Q-tips. This is my makeup bag. This is a charger for our toothbrushes, which we charge about once a week. This is just some salt and my neti pot, and this is what we use for the girls every day for their hair. They've just got some hair bands, and we put some of the conditioner in here as a detangler for them. This guy is for a sock bun. So coming to this cabinet, we've got a stool for the girls. Got some extra toilet paper and some wipes. This is our first aid kit. This guy is my hair straightener, which I rarely use. I was given it by the company. Brett's got a razor here, and all those boxes and that little majig is for my Invisalign. So that is it when it comes to my bathrooms. They're pretty straightforward and simple, not as complex as the kitchen. But I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. If you have any questions or comments, stick them in the link below. Remember to give this video a thumbs up to let me know you like it. And if you have just subscribed or you're new, welcome to the family. We really appreciate you being here. I will see you guys in the next video. And yeah, ciao for now.